for being too good at speech. I caught the blue eye of the superintendent. They are paid $100,000 a month just to educate his stubborn nephew. He said he couldn't get through his ears. So from there, your achievements have warmed up through the sky. Still stuck as usual. I sprained my neck. In your head, there's a brain. Or maybe it's just a scab on your head. Or are you related to shrimp? Not in Chubin's head. Something of value is not retained by the filter at all. Skipping school is the whole bar. I floss wolves to tofu and have brains. And you don't want to be a decent person. Like to get into the trash as maggots. The dog doesn't even piss on your feet. I often play with my friends nothing. I'm as grumpy as he is. I have to scream the smell of Chubin. You guys get together. It is true that Chubin is a group, the result under my passionate curse. It's constantly morphing into a model of people's homes. Good and good. 10 full 10. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I happily withdrew with my wallet and my shoes. People are crazy looking for me everywhere. He talked about going without you swearing. I can't live anymore. My poorest year was in college. The first is to cover life. I've done enough in the shops, around the business district, near school one day while working part-time at a restaurant. There was a guest who, after getting drunk, started playing. Be rude to me. And at the same time, my forte was. He and I fought for 2 hours, from beginning to end without a single sound. It doesn't repeat a sentence. I swear he's been sober ever since. From anger to anger. From disorientation to kneeling on the ground screaming. The original viewer was only one table. Then the last bar stretched out to the end of the street. Everybody rolled their eyes and opened their mouth. Finally, he hugged his face and cried like rain and ran away. I calmly pouted my lips. There's only so much talent, but also put to curse people. Yes, it's over. The crowd is spreading out from among the people. An old man in a suit came out. Not say a word. He handed me a business card. I was startled when I passed by. That old man, he's the CEO of the famous supermarket company. Rich cracked walls. He didn't go around asking me for a job. I asked if this was illegal. He shook his head. I asked him what the job was. He replied as a teacher. He has a granddaughter named Juo. 11th grade this year. From a young age, living in silk velvet. To be pampered to bad people. I don't worry about studying all the time. Just playing around. Live the kind of incompetent. At this rate, it is considered to leave. He was so rich that he was going bald. I don't know how to handle it. You just met me with a bad mouth. It's no different than a powerful herbicide. So he wanted to hire me. I swear to my son for the soul. I think the stomach. Well, it's not that hard. Ben asked the third question. How much is the salary? He answered $100,000 a month. What did you just say? I'm poor enough to live like a grandchild. I almost fell to my knees and shouted thank you. Shaky hands lift the sticky thin business card. It's just a piece of paper. I feel like I have the future of my life. The year I was the poorest, I met a man who was willing to throw money at me. Buy curses to meet someone without uttering. My fate is not so bad. I immediately nodded my head. Take me, risk. When I found it, that guy's riding a motorcycle out on the street with a rainbow-colored head of hair. Just going to school is like robbing a bride. Their house is donated. High school has a lot of money. So the teacher in the school. No one dared to say half a sentence. I could only look at him with helpless eyes. Pamper the... My face is different, but I am different. I stopped him in front of the school. The motorcycle's always braking right in front of me. He just raised his feet and shouted, "Who's bored? My name is Junior." That's the guy you hired to fix you. Too often silly what you say. Trees are not trimmed, not straight. People do not teach, should not. I smiled politely at him like he did. Horizontal view, vertical view. Look left, look right. You see it as a product. Fault from the moment of birth. If you don't fix it early, put it in the landfill and no one will pick it up. 18 years of life. Maybe this is the first time I've been insulted this much. He stood there for a while. Then his expression changed from shock to shock, and finally crazy. My face flushed and he opened his mouth and yelled at me. But I was faster. Slapped him in the mouth. Just like you, I waste my words. The pair really devalued themselves. Be good. I'm going to start work. $100,000 a month. I grabbed his collar and dragged him off the motorcycle. A stone foot flying into the school gate. And then I got in his car and I put my helmet on. I have this car for now, from today. Your school transfer is my responsibility. When I finished, I didn't care if I was going to explode my lungs, turn the GA brake and drive away. After school, I arrived on time to catch up. Just walked out the school gate. Saw me sitting on a cable car. His face was as dark as the sky was about to thunder. Not my car. Your car is being sold at a used car store. Your grandfather agreed to everything. Holy shit, are you going to talk shit to me? I laughed, Grandpa. You hired me. It's because the mouth doesn't stop. Who is this? You want to stand in the middle of a crowded school gate? A war with me? I don't mind losing face, but this young man is different. Face color from blue to purple to black. Gongmin suffered, finally swallowing the curse that's coming up to her throat. What do you want to do? I want to do a lot of things. I don't talk much. Give him a helmet. Put your back on the car. I don't want to sit in this crumbling tram. Who do you think you are? I'm an ancient Greek god. He is in charge of your fate. And I that co the whole session. The passers-by began to look back. For the face. He gritted his teeth and climbed into the car. I've been singing clams. I just rode the tram and turned left and right. The road is getting smaller. Finally gliding into a deserted alley. Panic. Where are you taking me? To a place that makes you look less itchy. 3 minutes later, I stopped. I'm in front of an old hair salon. Sticker-full silver poster. I called inside, where an uncle is sitting collecting vegetables. My aunt. Please dye this 7-color rainbow head black. Please help me. You can wipe the dirt off your hands and put it in your apron. Too often I throw my hands out. Don't make me look at his head. You know what your head looks like? Like the old rooster from my hometown. All day long fluttering his tail and hunchback with hens. I laughed and said, I want to blow my eyes. Maybe it's because my eyes are so sincere, but as steadfast as being admitted to the party. So my eyes turned from anger. Disregard the doubt, and then, confusion is really that bad. It's not necessarily bad, just it's a breath of postmodernism. Too abstract. I often get upset in my head. You can grin your teeth and say you want to dye it, but can you change it? The road is a rich young man. You have to have your own stylist, hair design according to the season concept. And I dragged him to the hairdressers of an aunt. Curly hair shrimp noodles. Sitting outside the door picking shallots. Excess piercing. I feel that my noble self-respect is offended. Serious, but that's self-respect. What's in front of my wallet? Unchanged. This shop is cheap to dye for you for only 20 yuan. It's also a high price. Normal washing, cutting, drying. The combo is only 9. Excessive infuriation. My grandfather paid you 10,000 a month. What do you need so much kibo? You don't seem to know me very well. I grabbed his collar and dragged him straight into the store. Point to uncle. I'm sitting in a chair with my hair, but still trying to bend into the, want to get some money from me? It's no different than turning a desert into a rainforest. If you bend it, you will crush Cho. You're young, so you don't understand. The scariest thing in life. People who are not dead. The money is gone. So go kibo wherever you can. It's done. I'm riding my little electric car back home. When the door just opened, the legendary superintendent, I saw a young man with black hair, clean and tidy. It looks better on the eyes. He was serious all day. Immediately put on a radiant smile. The tiger is you. There's only one day. It's made my nephew look better. I smiled back. I dare not. Money dye hair NDT 20. Please give me back. It seems like my first day on the job was outstanding. So he didn't just pay NDT 20 for hair dye, but also 5,000 cash bonuses. I was so happy that night, breaking the rules and dropping a sausage into a bowl of shrimp noodles. It's rare to live so far away. I think the stomach. This job is breathable and well paid, better than the chores I've ever done. Then the next morning, give me a surprise every now and then. He skipped school early. I have 2 rich kid friends waiting for me. That's the same road I used to take. 3 of them stopped me. 3 young men put their hands in their pockets, stand in line like a catwalk. There are 2 shiny supercars in the back, and one of them tossed his hair through the gloss to reveal a green Rolex watch on his wrist. It glowed with all eyes. I wasn't happy. It's getting harder now. The other 2 looked at me from top to bottom. Some people sniff and others laugh. You forced me to dye my hair. That's a handsome haircut you broke. What kind of compensation are you going to make? I thought AI was terrible. Cheap AI is this kind of thing. Say a few words out loud and she'll probably cry right there. He glanced at me, laughing coldly. You thought you could really treat me. I said, let me tell you the three of us put together. You just need to spread your legs in the whole city of Beijing. Vibration BA battle. It's as easy as breaking a dry branch. Tell me if you're scared. I'm afraid of hemorrhoids, honey. You're barking. I've been afraid of rabid dogs since I was a kid. It's a terrible bite to go around. 3 young masters want to explode lungs, but I didn't let them explode. I've already started my basic skills. I glared through one. Kind of like you. I have to scream the smell of Chubin. You guys get together. It is true that Chubin also joined the group. I almost had a heart attack. Why are you starting to curse people again? I didn't swear. People like you are counted as people. The fat blonde on the left. Put your hands behind your back and raise your eyebrows. This girl is horrible. The nose can be seen and the mouth grows. It is always good to have poison to silence so you don't say a word. See if you dare to be guilty of lack. The other guy is on the right. Curly facial hair pollinated to white, arms crossed but head with a smile full of contempt. BA cold section. 4 parts cold, 5 parts uncaring. Even a poor child can fall apart. Our house is missing in this step. I'll give you 1 night to get out of Beijing. Or don't blame us for not being my guest. My toes are so thick they're about to scratch raw. The whole house has 3 guest rooms. I don't know what these high school students are thinking. Cosplay Director General. Even though the object I was hired to curse was a lot, but 2 names, I can't swallow this second disease. Give each of you a service pack. I looked at the first guy with curly hair. I'm sorry, has anyone ever said your face is too big? What did you say? You look like a white dumpling. He's cut 2 holes. What is the young spirit? The bulbous-eyed catfish is more divine than you. The face of the nose is also laid out. It's cool, what's cool. The blonde guy, I turned to look at the cake boy. Cover the key aside. And you, I guess you're cosplaying Puppy Curly. People who don't know for sure think you just plugged your head in. I wear makeup and it scares people more than ghosts. Without makeup, the ghost will faint on the spot. You dare to curse me. The ice cream boy loses control first, came straight up with a fist to beat me. If you say no, you want to use your fists. I swung my counterattack arm, gave him a tarp right away. On a white face that's carefully grounded, immediately imprinted a clear handprint. I swung my hand and slapped the top of the box, and they all executed people. Right after that, the second tarp landed straight on the blonde's face. He hugged his face in confusion. I'm not gonna hit you. Why did you hit me? Sorry, that's what I said. Practice. It is the only test for truth. Through this dynamic practice, the rich young man, I've learned a profound lesson. Never judge others by their appearance alone. For example, I looked at the thought of being alone. Your hands are much more poisonous. I have no parents. From small to large, self-help. Big every day. It's not because of luck. Half an hour later, next, 2 rich kids with blonde hair and cream puffy faces, teardrop eyes, obediently singing Conquest under my overwhelming atmosphere, listening to 2 male duck voices burst into song. It's true. It's a kind of mental torture. 2 Kia just finished singing. I don't have any patience. I climbed on my beloved electric car at my hand. Always too much. It's moody right now like a dog in the rain. Okay, you guys get out of here. I've got to get this nuisance back. Oh my gosh, the blonde took a step up. Can you let us come with you? We don't dare go home now. Why is it that I am too afraid to bring my face back? I can't help but laugh. So I laughed that night. 2 cars, electric pile filter, carrying excess sitting in the back, lead the convoy. In the back are 2 expensive cars. Slowly follow me, as moody as taking Tang. When you bring those 3 guys into their front door, I'm going to turn the car around. Not expected. 2 blondes and a copper cream pie screaming loud. You said goodbye. The inspector general just opened the door. Let's see what happens. 2 blondes and a cake now. I was obsessed with it, hit to fear. If you stick it through your mouth, you are too short. I just saw the ball and turned my head, afraid of being caught. And they hate me more and more. He posted a line on Weibo that didn't pique her. Can I hide? Then truant school. The director knows that the face is unsightly. He seriously reminded me that he hired me to teach my son. Not to make it worse. If this continues, we will deduct the salary. Except this guy wants to take my life. I'm lucky to deal with these rebellious kids. I've got a whole arsenal of tricks and power. I immediately hired a private detective. Don't forget to apply. You have to pay the balance back later. The old detective now specializes in dating. Let's change the wind to find high school students. It's like using a buffalo scalpel to kill chickens. It only takes 2 hours. He's circled the entire route. Operation of residual piercing after skipping school, clearly marked on the map of Beijing City. I just finished college. I immediately picked up the map, followed the location to the destination. First place ballroom A, always playing pool. When you look up at me, your face looks like a ghost. His hands trembled to the point of smashing. Ball 8 goes straight to the opponent. You know I'm here. Private detective? Are you crazy? You hired a private detective to arrest me? Who said you're worth it? It's about to explode in place. I don't care. Just look at Theo, the 8-ball rolling and shaking his head. Be honest, your polo technique is pathetic. It's such a beautiful angle that you can't hit it. These hands were given to me when I went to the supermarket to buy vegetables. He was so angry that he threw the tree at me. Try it. I'll see if you can get in. That's right on the spot. I performed for him. It's called a stroke of fate. What is it called, a ballroom idol? A step out of legend. Too often to lose face. Don't argue with me anymore. Excuse to go to the bathroom and get out. Yes, and that's the second time it happened. I chased it all the way to the basketball court. He had just touched the ball and was angry. You're not tired. I just want to play a little ball and I can't. I gently jerked the ball from his hand. Turned the thrower to throw a ball from the three-point line. Then in the eyes, as if stabbed directly into the self-esteem of the excess. I smiled brightly at him. If you blow too much, you can't blow anymore. He's so pissed off that he's stuck in place. Go back and make the car run away. This time, he disguised himself to hide from the camera. Counter surveillance. I ended up in a net shop. Little deep in the dead end. No one knows. An hour later, I got a text from the private detective. So I stumbled upon the coordinates. Just walked into the net. I glanced at the one I'd seen over and over again sitting in the row. The last machine I picked was the opposite chair. Sit down like nothing. That idiot didn't recognize me. Playing a shooting game and screaming blood. I don't believe she is. To get to this tattered place. I just want to be free, and no one can stop me. I quietly recorded his game room number. Then silently log in. For 2 hours, I took the AVM and only aimed at him. The screen just went black. Are you scared? 2 hours later, the residue completely collapsed. Who is it? Oh my god. Who's playing the queen's name? Why do you keep telling me to kill all the time? I tilted my head, smiling half a face out of the computer screen, waving hands up. The chicken is screaming. The queen killed 8 people. Are you dressed, honey? You scream like you're the devil. Sarah, I grinned at the quiet school. I like to go into shit like this. Tofu has a brain, and you don't. Being a decent person doesn't. Like to roll around in the landfill, making maggots. I took your grandfather's money. Of course it's your responsibility to bring you back. Too often crazy, really. Crazy enough to pull my own hair. His legs twitched and he rolled like he'd been hit by a charm. My grandfather paid you 100,000. Can I pay you twice as much? I'll pay you 200,000. Can you stop clinging to me? 20,000? How much did you just say? 20,000 is 20,000. I'm immediately excited not to say no. Send a recording of what he just said to the superintendent. Total balance. Your nephew is overpriced. I'm about to jump. I want you to hold me. By the way, a small salary increase. As a result, he didn't raise me a penny. Seconds later, he locked the bank card. Goods of excess through. I'm sorry to hear back from you. You can't dance this time. You're a bunch of rich foxes. I'll risk you too. Card of residual locked. From a young man with a lot of money. Suddenly a rich kid out of money, and his rich friends avoided it. Not even in time. No one dared to help. It's all thanks to my blessings. Hate me to the bone, but still suffer under my power. Dare not ho-he. I'm sitting on their couch right now. Left hand holds a simulation test. The point is so low that you can't look straight. I sighed deeply. Excess piercing. Do you know where you're different from everyone else? Too often with my head held high, I'm richer than them. Wrong. You're dumber than them. I rolled up the test sheet into a tube, every knock on his head. It's not your brain, it's your gut. Right. People accumulate knowledge. It's your turn to divide every inch. What is worth learning is useless. This brain is so useless that I suspect. I wonder if the courier cut 20 for 999 knives. I'll give it to you for free, so this pig's head is a waste of heaven. Or give it to the hot pot shop, raw material of pig brain pot. It's even more useful to put on your neck, face as black as the bottom of a pot. Everyone trembled because of anger. I finally can't help it. He shouted, "You're good, you're good, you're good, you're talented, you're genius. Tell me how many points you got." I didn't say much. Get out now. Papers they recruit to key universities, outstanding transcripts, types of scholarship certificates, awards of large and small competitions, extracurricular activities, a pile of shoe paper. 1. Squeeze a slap straight in the face of the excess. You are smarter than you, better than you, work more efficiently than you, stronger than you. And I turned over another one more beautiful than you. Chen gritted his teeth at my words, but you're poorer than me. I can't believe it was me who broke up. Lucky. That statement finally awakened the spirit to advance in excess. He's holding my papers. His face is flushed. If you're good, make me like you. Can't teach. That means you're just an outcast. Oh! I came immediately to find you. Total balance. Your nephew has a strong desire to be tutored by me. The learning attitude is commendable. But $100,000 a month is a curse. Teaching is not in the contract. I suddenly want to learn. The total excitation was so great that the hands trembled. Send me 10,000 immediately, 1,000 a week. If it escapes the group of students who are on the books, I'll give you more. I watched my account balance go up in a moment. I suddenly feel that the world is so lovely. I turn around in front of you, smiling brightly. Hello, new students starting today. This will make you shine in a way you never imagined. From now on, every day after school, I'll give you special training for 3 hours. Into my buffalo-like boot camp this summer. I'm sure you'll be a great theologian in the future. It really takes 2 seconds to be dazed. It's more real than your life. Think about the prize coming. I smile like a flower, laughing so much that the land spirit radiated. 13 constantly start to feel that something is wrong. My whole body trembled like a demon. 13 days later, I've discovered that I've underestimated reality. Before I woke up, I thought he was just a little slow. It wasn't until I woke up that I knew he didn't have a real brain. I have to use the power of 9 buffaloes and 10 tigers. He just shoved a little bit of knowledge into his head until he finally got one thing right. Fill in the blanks, and yelled up at the sky. It turns out that learning can be so easy. I don't live by death. Hell, money is not easy. The craziest is this guy. Just solved one sentence correctly. I thought I was going to be a physics professor. I started to ask for the right to play the game. It's impossible to please people. I immediately grabbed his collar and pulled him back to his chair, pressing hard for sitting down. Mouth start discharge, discharge, discharge. I swear until my eyes start to get dull. The spirit is broken. Shaky hands holding the pen to read. That's when I stopped. Then I found out I don't know when. In front of the classroom was a group of people. I have too much money and the nannies in the house are all secretly standing there. The whole study session. Tears just saw me turn my head. The whole crowd was electrocuted. You speak up in front of me? You can curse your nephew. But swear at me slowly. Swear at me. Since taking this job, I've never been busy. Early morning. I had to get up in the morning to ride the trolley. Go to school and then go back to school. Back to school to pick him up. Wake up in the evening. When the homework is done, the body returns to the dormitory. Half a month has passed. It's not just the panda's eyes that are piercing, and I'm as dead as a stray dog. The first person I can't stand this situation is you. He immediately arranged for me to move into their house. Every day I have a car, I have my own driver. Pick up the place. I've never met a boss so kind in my life. In order not to offend my grandfather, I swore even more. You have to make the total visible. Every penny you spend is worth it. 8 rice falls where it should be. Fortunately, the work of both was not wasted. After a month and a half on the latest test, it is no longer a name in the book. His ranking jumped over 40 places. It's not just yourself crying, but even the head teacher was thrilled. We're finally free from the obsession. I dropped my grade point average. The teacher immediately called him, full of praise for the outstanding progress of the... He told me to try to keep up. The call is on speakerphone, you can't see the view here. The whole family is having a party. Spirit family screaming. Dance, celebrate like your nephew just won an Olympic medal. The teacher thought, well, rich people must have fun. Feed the whole clown. He hung up the phone and was praised by his mother. It's like he just saved the world. His face is red. For the first time in my life, I felt a sense of accomplishment. Satisfied. It was also the first time he realized that learning well was really fun. Pumped chicken blood. That night, to actively add an entire advanced math problem. More wrong than right, but the spirit is worth the reward. And me. He received his well-deserved reward. It must be 50,000. Because it's too exciting. I decided to splurge once. Go to the sidewalk and buy a cake. More eggs, more sausage, more spicy to celebrate. When I'm squatting by the side of the road, just eat and feel about life. More often to come. Why did you get so much money from my grandfather? I have to eat this tattered cake at the sidewalk bar. Why are you pretending to be poor? I glanced at him. Slowly, I don't pretend to be poor. I'm really poor. Think for a moment and talk to me. You are so poor. Piece of cake. Suddenly, there was no taste in my hand. I keep my eyes on him. It seems that I swear you are still light these days. Tomorrow we'll start doubling the dose. If you want to swear, swear. Too often I don't care. You swear because you want good for me. If not, why don't you curse people? At home you pay a lot of money, suddenly face. Red eyes. Face full of hurt. Money in your eyes is only money. Stop hiding in the money and live. He turned around and ran away, didn't he? You've learned to make system errors. Since the excess of promotions and performance. My friends with the book club. Then he started to sit still. Especially 2 of his close friends. Blonde and cream pie with bright sauce. I can see that all 3 of them are teenagers. The future will follow the family. To be expected, we'll become the Phoenix Dragon in the commercial world. And now I'm constantly learning. They're still at the end of the book. You don't want to carry the team alone. When all 3 are 3 pieces of mud, it's still easier to breathe. Parents can't compare anything. Let's see which one is worse. But now it's starting to crawl. The other 2 are still lying in the mud. Their parents are starting to be unhappy. From a particular game, it has become a people's house. I've been dragging you all day. Who can stand it? Friendship is in the hole at the same time. Any amount of love can be endured, but just one kid jumps first. The boat of friendship flips, an unannounced blonde named Han Duan, ice cream cake called Huoyang. The first person to come to me was Han. Maybe it was too painful last time. He actually went to lose weight. The face is less round and easier to see. Dear, can you come to my house to teach? You taught me how much house I paid for. I really can't afford to get another CA. One aftertaste was enough to make my head smoke. Now there's more welding. I must have pitched my tent at the mental hospital. But the money is good. I really can't help but stare, think again and again. I decided I had to make a plan first. Science tutoring, reasonable and energy saving. Then we'll consider getting an additional solder. But we haven't finished the plan yet. The ocean has appeared. Curly hair disappears. The white background is no longer there. Now a clean-faced young master. Bright. You look like a good student. He snuck me out of a small corner of his voice. How much do you pay for your house? We're paying twice as much. Can you jump to where I teach? Red eyes double. The last honesty in me began to waver. Yes, but I haven't finished yet. Welding leads out of some hole. A face full of anger. You dare to take my people. Who told you to Kibo? Who are you poor to blame? You double the challenge. I triple the challenge. Haha, I pay 5 times as much as I pay 4 times as much. The 2 men had a heated argument, and I'm standing on the side of super enthusiasm. Just dancing and screaming. Stop arguing and fall down. Although I am very patient, extremely good teaching efficiency rate, extremely high. But because of me, you're arguing. This is really not worth falling for. Even though SAO AI pays more. Of course, I will follow that person. The air is getting tighter just as the war is about to climax. Then behind me came a cold voice, angry with you guys. Dare to dig my wall. Finished movie, not even close the deal. The owner caught Tang. I'm a little nervous. I came back to laugh at some fire. Whoever suspected of pulling me towards me? Put your hands in front of me. Close to the other two. It was my family who found me first. You are my teacher forever. You go somewhere else to study. The conductor immediately objected to saying that. Your house doesn't pay much. Don't let me lower my sword. The ocean is also true. You feel poor too. Let her make some more money. Just a few sentences ago, maybe don't go straight to self-esteem. Is mine like that? In the end, all three sides gave in. Welding and Hu Duong switched to learning K at home. All three of them sit in the same classroom. 3 of my family's money all alone. That sounds great, but then I started teaching. The brains of these 3 people are poor. Knowledge to the red alert level. The level of teaching these 3 people is exactly the level of hell. But the problem doesn't stop there. They've been young for too long. Your mind is all about playing. When all 3 of us sit together, concentration is fiction. I learned a little bit that my eyes started looking out the window. Find a way out. I was so excited at first. Want to try to complete the task, make enough money and withdraw. But it's really 1. I'm a good student. Twice I tried, my brain broke. 3 times of nervous tension. For the 4th time, I asked permission for 4 missions. This job is not really for humans. I can only silently recite in my heart for money. Being a little tired is worth it. It's worth it. The main task of making money, side mission rescue BA lost teenager. The teacher has a heavy mission. I think of all kinds of ways to strengthen the knowledge base. The destruction of 3 children. Plan to label marked notes. Every step of the reading I do is as meticulous as possible, as detailed as possible. Chewed and crumbled, grind and suck every spoonful for the 3 of you. If it is already filled, it must be swallowed. If you don't eat, I open my mouth. I also realized one thing. As I softly give a lecture, there is always one who dreams. One drops his head, one floats to another planet. Pressed so hard that my mouth got tighter and tighter. Mouthwash is more toxic than pesticides. 15 minutes, you can sleep as much as you want. Do you need to sleep on your knees so soon? This is what I preach. Throat. If you don't remember, I'll engrave it on your tombstone. At the beginning, BA was blushing. Some are angry and some are embarrassed. There's a wet eye that's about to cry. But later, the eyes grew brighter and brighter. Father, you have a new curse today, even though they are insulted every day. But today, it feels especially comfortable to be insulted. For example, it is very easy to use. You have to write it down right away to get it into writing. Knowledge and cursing, into the brain together. Not too smart of those 3, in a very bizarre way. Meanwhile, the balance, my account is also growing at a rate. It's amazing. Things are moving in a good direction, until a disruptor shows up. A disruptor named San Ying, a character as if out of a language novel. Total account, poor innocent, weak appearance, poor family's fall. I am a rare student. It's difficult in a school. All the rich kids. Before I showed up, Sansan application is always embankment next to the BA through welding, Hoat Yang, based on a little bit of justice and compassion. Remaining in the Kia Boy BA, all living expenses of San Francisco applicants. From eating to spending, they all have volunteers to pay. But ever since this guy's been in my hands, time outside hours, their education is almost exclusively mine. As a result, the Sansan application is clearly cold. My friend white flower rings all semester. I finally can't help it. That day when I came to pick up after school as usual, Sansan suddenly appeared 1 step ahead of me. Go straight to the first match. She looked at me with sparkling eyes. Your voice is as soft as the water of youth, sister. I know you did it for the good of them, but you shouldn't take away their freedom. In this world, there are many things more important than learning. That I raised my eyebrows laughing. So why? If that's true, why don't you choose to stay in the team? What are they studying for? You thought I didn't know. Even in school, I'm also learning vocabulary and formulas. Pretend to ignore it. It's really how many shuttle trips. I saw Sansan's application secretly broke the vocabulary handbook. Take every minute. Listen to the full audio channel. Sansan choked on me. You're just in time. Behind him came the loud call of the young master BA. Sansan's eyes flashed. Quick glance back, immediately role-playing face change. Lips trembling, red eyes. It's like I just slapped her. It looks like the ultimate omnivore. A second ago, I was talking about morality. A second later, tears immediately poured down the street. Small photo on the floor. Younger sister. I just feel like they're suffering now. Why do you have to talk so hard about me? San said as he trembled with tears in his back, the suffering face. It's as if I've dipped her in a salt bath. More often to come. What a shock to see the scene in front of you. Don't tell me you cursed Sansan. I can't wait for me to open my mouth. He shook his head and answered himself. You're not the kind of person who doesn't work. Sansan didn't pay. What she swears for wasting saliva. I have to say, I totally understand. At this time, Han and Hoyoung also went to stand behind me. If you want to kill someone, you will. Always, not to waste words. If you swear, you mean good for you. San stood dead. Unbelievable eyes looking at each one of them. She must not have expected that 3 young men used to pour money, love for you. Now you're on my side. San's response is to break up the emotional divide, but not yet in time. Was knocked out right from the parking lot. Who can think? The boys. I used to see her as a princess. Now turn your back on me like this. Bokchlin HOA 7 generations of single-mouthed teachers to the throne. I took a look at San Francisco. Then I turned to the student. You guys go ahead. I took off the trolley key and tucked it in. Take my car home. A face full of hate. My way is young family they left. How can I ride this cheap car? That's what I said. But in the end, he was as cold as money. Riding on my pink electric car. Not even forget. Add a pink helmet for enough combos. After the BA left, I turned to wave my hand to San. She glared at me, and she was starkly wary of her. What are you going to do to me? I laugh, don't think too much. I'm just asking you to go to dinner. I took her to a noodle shop. Hot bowl of noodles, Chan. Add a bunch of hot pepper oil. I'm eating and sweating, so much so that the makeup starts to drift away. Her face smudged like a zombie movie heroine. I don't know why you invited me to dinner. San's voice was a little hoarse. You don't have to curse me. Why do I have to curse you? I ordered another plate of beef stew. Pick up some pieces and put them in her 8. I know you're not easy. I try in every way. I just want to climb up. It's human nature. You speak as if you understand me. The San quietly chewed a few pieces of meat in 8, eyes full of sarcasm. She was smart enough to get into a prestigious university. Outstanding achievements. Even the rich. Invite tutors with a salary of $100,000 just to curse people. What about you? I come from poor country. Getting into this school has been a lifelong endeavor. I have no gift. Learning like crazy can only be mediocre. Everyone here is rich and I'm poor. The nicest suit I have is this uniform. The more San gets excited, then gradually the voice calmed down. Sister, you don't understand. I don't understand people like you. How hard it is to survive. You and I are from 2 different worlds. Yeah, well, let's pretend you don't understand. I pulled out the phone, scanned QR code, and pay for meals. But I still want to tell you this. I looked at her in a calm but steady voice. Currently, the most important thing for me is to learn well. Please do your best to learn. The only one who can save you is you. Don't put expectations or feelings on them. They're not the way for me to change my life. As long as you persevere, everything I'm trying to keep, sooner or later I'll come back to you. After saying those words, I stood up and prepared to leave. But just in time, I turned around. San suddenly grabbed my hand. I've been looking through the notes you've made for so long. The way you write is very clear. Logic is easy to understand. Even people like them are moving so fast. I think I can do it too. But I don't have much money. My house can only give me 2,000 yuan. Can you tutor me? Just an hour a day is okay. To be honest, I'm a little happy, so I couldn't help but laugh out loud. San, you seem to have misunderstood. I laughed and looked at her. It's about 100,000 a month that they give you. It's not teaching money. What's the money? San application or money to hire a swindler. San application officially joined the team of 5 tutors. She has exactly 2,000 yuan. I only collected 2,000 yuan, but not one lump at a time, which is divided into installments for 20 months per month RMB 100. The day she gave me her first 100, her eyes were red. My sister, thank you and sorry. I held my hand for a long time. If you feel guilty, help me at school. The name Kia. For those 3 rich kids, it's exactly like fire. You have to hit ROI. It's like being hacked backward 800 meters nonstop. San nodded firmly. I will definitely complete the mission. Every day after school, San applications all come to their houses to study. After school, I drove my favorite pink car, take her home. Fortunately, my house is not too far away. San only lives with an elderly grandmother. Every afternoon, I go out to the front of the street and wait for you. You just saw me again. Thank you very much. Both of my grandmothers made me feel kind. God sees love. But what I like the most, the San Francisco application is completely different from the other 3 debts. She's a good kid. She's smart, quick reception. I don't need to scream. I still remember every point of knowledge. Have her do the reality check. 3 young men Kia began to have competition. The learning environment has also changed. I have to swear to do it, to learn self-discipline before being scolded. I am very satisfied. One day San's face was smiling, excited to run to me. Older sister, the school reported to me today. There's an anonymous standing force. Decided to sponsor you. I will transfer money to my bank account every month. I just received my first payment yesterday. San application smiles like the sun in May. BA and respectfully take out the remaining 900 yuan. Give me 2 hands. Older sister, this is my tuition. I gently rubbed her head, softening my voice. As we said, keep paying. Take this money and buy some good food. Buy some nice clothes. My age now, it is time to enjoy. A little joy in life. San blinked and hesitated. But there's no one with me. She raised her head. My eyes glinted at me full of expectation. Older sister, can you come with me? I was seen with those eyes by a beautiful little girl. I can't refuse it at all. That is, after days of being buried in the syllabus and exercises, I finally got to walk the streets once. All afternoon that day, I went around the shops with San, help her choose some nice clothes. I finally bought another cat hairpin, super adorable. She's so happy she just won the lottery, and I rewarded myself with a pair of earrings. The price of NDT 27 is completed and it hurts to die. When Han led the supercar to pick up, in the car there was a lot of water and water. The 3 men looked at the bag I was holding and rolled their eyes at the same time, bewildered. I walked around all afternoon and only bought this one. You really are Kibo to the teeth. I'm upset about the glare. You know what? That's NDT 27. Change out 5 bowls of vermicelli and egg cake. You can also add 2 potato sausages. Their life is. It's busy and fun, and it smells like hot peppers. The 4 kids I've mentored are improving day by day. At the end of 11th grade, BA sets lack of extra cross-welding leads. The ocean has risen from the bottom to the middle. The bottom is still relevant. San has officially reached the top of the block. You guys used to hate exams now. They're no longer afraid of exams. I'm looking forward to the test day. Every time I take the exam, it's like watching the score rise little by little. It's the feeling of a life turning the page. But in the classes, they're no longer sitting around listening to sermons like machines. Under the leadership of San Francisco, the whole group learned to think for themselves. Analytical and creative, the 4 heads gathered together to talk, testing many solutions, different for the same problem. Now learning is no longer a compulsion, but a joy. It's voluntary, and I'm glad to say it. Because as long as they get better, I'm going to keep getting bonuses from all 3 families. After entering the 2nd semester of 12th grade, sprint stage for college exams, I've added an hour of evening lessons. 1. Who complains? Even when the class ends every night, 4 children still regret not learning enough. To the one-time mock exam through the top 30 of the block, Copper and Copper are also in the top 50, and San's directly jumped to the top 10 of the whole block. The 3 young men immediately sat restless. Clearly, we're learning the same thing. Why are you so good? It's not fair. San girl whipped her chin, eyes glistening. You have to admit, I'm smarter. Education also needs a gift. The 4 of them got into a fist fight. I just stood there smiling at the kids. This is the real youth that should have enthusiasm, innocently competitive and full of hope. Until the day of the college exam, I'm with the parents of all 4 families. Let's take you to the exam room. Before entering the gate, excessive chest flapping committed to me. I've already chosen a university. It will definitely land. The other 2 didn't give up. Neither did we. Even if they don't, they still inherit my own property. I swear I'll go back to college. Strive to be less of an heir if possible. San hugs her mom and runs to hold me tight. I will not give you 7 hopes. I smile and nod my head. Eyes follow the shadow of each child's back. Quietly enter the gate. Destiny. It was a bright summer. It is also a silent goodbye. The days we spent together. After sending the 4 kids into the exam room, I turned my head and thanked the parents. Then turn around and leave. Go back to school and pack your bags and head to the airport. My major is architectural design, and my dream is to be an architect, professional teacher. 2 years ago? Yes. A very dear professor I once said you had the quality, are extremely capable and should go to study abroad. Go abroad to learn more. I just said you have no money. My parents died early. Since I was a child, I have lived by cold alms, reluctant from relatives. Every penny has to be cut. After finishing high school, university fees based on scholarships and living expenses are learning and doing more things. To make money, I get everything. I used to work as a waiter in the entertainment center, used to carry cabs in the diner, used to be a player in the ballpark and ballroom. I have also worked in online games. Until I meet you, I had a real chance to change my life. Now the work I received has been completed. I also get paid, enough to cover the cost of studying abroad. Realize the dream that I've cherished for years. But I decided to go and find a version. My own other future. I canceled the old card and made a new one. Not resting for a day. Plunge into your studies like you burn yourself. I didn't forget to continue working outside of school, to remind yourself that you are not rich. There is no support. Everything can only rely on itself. I have a decent savings now, but I still can't let myself eat the avalanche. Busy life. That leaves me almost no time to worry about something else. Until a few months later, I suddenly log back into your local social media account. Just logged in a message that exploded like a bomb. It makes my eyes sparkle. 80% of that comes from 4 small loans. It starts with the good news. All 4 of them went to college with good results. Get into the college they've always dreamed of. The next thing I know, it immediately turns into crying. I just begged and begged. Just asked for a divorce. They threatened and promised to repay. They kept asking me where I was, told me to come back, even threatened to fly over to find me. I fairly didn't reply to any messages. The work is over. My relationship with them is just an old relationship with the recruiter. I continued to live my study abroad life in a hurry, busy but free and full of hope. Until one day, I just got out of school and walked out the gate. Then in my eyes are 3 familiar faces, standing black chirping. You look like you've just been slashed for a scholarship. I open my eyes. It's impossible. Conductive welding or ocean excess piercing. These guys really flew here. Oh my god, that's 3 sons of bitches. Pubescent boys do grow up as fast as a blow. I haven't seen these 3 in half a year. Each one is higher. All BA looks very bright clean. Gas is also more mature. Only the face is as black as the bottom of the pot. It's like I took my money and ran away without paying. The emotion is constantly staring at me. His eyes seem to want to kill. Gritted his teeth and slowly red eyes. I thought you were traveling. If we learn, we won't find you. You're going, not out into space. You think it's hard to buy a plane ticket with us? Oh me. There's always a lecture on the internet. When you go abroad, cut all ties. All connections vanish with the wind. Melt the head. Shaved key. They believe in the disconnect dream, but according to incomplete statistics due to the BA name itself. Kia provided throughout the past few months. They called me with the San application. Hundreds of lives. Send more than 1,000 messages. As a result, I can't answer anything. Shallow words. And now they've flown in person to collect the debt. It turns out that San's running all over the place. Post on the school forum to find me. Go back and forth and ask all kinds of questions. I finally got the information. I went abroad. All 4 of you are now holding a stomach of resentment. I was angry when your eyes fell. You said you'd go. I didn't leave a word. If you tell us one word, you're dead. You know what? No, you swear. We can barely live anymore. Is there a need to exaggerate? I silently screamed in my heart. The ocean is up. Do you know when we came from the exam room? I walked out without seeing you outside. What is the feeling? No. I don't know. You never saw us as anything. Just consider it a burden. Hate can't be thrown away as quickly as possible. I raised my hand trying to explain the weak drill. You guys said that wrong. It doesn't matter that you are a burden. I clapped my chest. Seriously, you guys are my sponsor. It's a cute mobile wallet. Don't you dare say those useless things. Now is not the time to talk about money. We are here to demand you. Emotions demand responsibility. He is often the most impatient. Scream first with both. It's just the bad habit of doing good and sneaking around. No name, right? I took a sip of milk tea. My thick face asked, I'm not doing any good. Don't pretend to be stupid. San investigated. The sponsor for her is the sweet sister. I don't talk anymore. Just sipping the tea like nothing happened. He glanced at me. San says she can't afford a plane ticket now. But wait until she's saved enough. I will definitely come to find you. The three of them said, glancing at their heads, drawings and learning materials swooshing in front of me. Just like when you're trying to plow through college, I'm also taking a risk right now. I was pursuing my own architectural dream. Excessive, piercing, gentle sigh. Young man, wait a little longer. I will try to catch up with you. I frowned, wondering, what am I doing? I'm taking an architecture exam. You're going to race Theo to paint the house, I said before. If you want to go back and buy the cursed service, remember to prepare more money. I've raised the price. A lot of anger in my head. Sister, apart from money, can there be anything else? I shrugged my shoulders with a grin. Sorry. I'm the ordinary, practical kind of person. Money is my truth. Until the 4th year in U. I graduated with a series of awards and honors. Bring these achievements back to your home. I started my own architectural design studio. The first few projects I received went very well. My career is going up like a kite to the wind. I'll see 4 kids every year. To gather together, eating back to the old story. They're all living very well now. Black Ocean and Welding Conductor start participating in the management, the family business, gradually become people who can be alone, shoulder the responsibility. San application. San has become a lawyer as her dream. Wear glasses, walk out of the court with a very cool attitude. I looked at each one thinking, every child I've scolded every year have now grown strong and shining. She has now started her own business, with the family's first investment for $20,000. My father even dared to say a little change. I listened to the whole thing on the San Francisco audio channel. I almost threw out the folder. I hate you. Hate the rich people. I asked Theo to clap my table as well. Several years later, he came to me to talk about cooperation. I start with a very honest condition. I want 10%. The silence of the face choked as if swallowing the debt. I finally can't help it, screaming for years. Why are you still a money lover with no way out? I stood up and washed my hands. I'm walking. I just turned around. He panicked and ran after me. Why did you turn your face so fast? At least show some sincerity. All right. I agree. 10%. 15% is okay. 20%. 20% can't be more. The man I used to call, crying to leave home, now stands in front of me, gives me the whole company in exchange for a nod from me. I laugh. This world, there's nothing as reliable as self-worth. The face of money. I stopped and turned my head and laughed. Hold out your hand and shake his hand. Dear friend, I wish you and me a happy cooperation. Amateur pouting. You are still the same old fool? We both walked out of the meeting room just in time for San to come in. Her lawyer's office is right across the street. Almost every day she runs over to my place to eat. I just saw it. Her eyes lit up. Come and take my arm like a land claim. Hey! You're not starting a business. What are you still clinging to, my sister? Too often I come to the table to get serious. You're the little thing. I also follow people all the time. Get out! Get out! Get out! Don't stop me and my sister from dining by the candles. What? My son never had a romantic dinner with me. Eat with you first. The two started arguing. It's like going back to the high school years. Naughty. I stood looking at the 2 children in front of me, full of life, stubborn, smart, noisy but bright. I can't help but laugh out loud. Today was a fun day, of course.